An ambitious 8-year-old has put her passion towards a good cause. Today, 8-year-old Olivia Trout is hosting a charity art show titled Ducks to help the endangered habitat of the species.
The ducks might die out if we keep destroying their wetlands, and I'm raising money to make more wetlands so the ducks can survive.
I think that I read you went to, was it the Balls Falls Conservation Area? And can you tell me about what you found out about the ducks there?
That only 30% of their wetlands remain.
For Olivia, today's exhibition Ducks has been 1 year in the making.
I'm gonna give the money to a guy who's coming here, and they're gonna take it to their Ducks Unlimited Canada, and they're gonna try to use it to make all the stuff that they need to do to save the ducks and work on saving wetlands.
Pete Munger, who is volunteer chair of Ducks Unlimited Canada, is also here to help with today's cause.
Our primary purpose is to raise funds to use to either preserve or to restore wetlands throughout the continent, basically.
And how significant is the current problem with the ducks' wetlands?
Well, I guess the most significant statistic that pops into my mind is that 90% of the original wetlands in southern Ontario are gone already.
What work needs to be done to save these habitats?
Well, Ducks Unlimited works together with government and landowners to try and preserve them, and I guess the best thing anybody can do is to contribute whatever they can to the effort. We have banquets and auctions that we do, and every once in a while we have something amazing happen, like what's happening today with Olivia. I was just amazed to see how excited she'd gotten about what we're trying to do and what she's trying to contribute to.
Olivia's love for the ducks has been well received by both her parents, who are very proud to see the show come to life.
We went to the Balls Falls Water Days, or Water Festival, I think it's Water Days, and so she went to the Ducks Unlimited Canada booth and she learned all about it. And she just kept talking about it afterwards. She kept saying, "Mommy, it's so sad about the ducks. Mommy, it's so sad about the wetlands. We're losing the wetlands." And I was like, yes, yes. And she kept suggesting that we do something about it. So I was like, well, what do you want to do? And she said, well, let's dig a marsh. And so I was like, well, Mommy doesn't have a shovel big enough. So we kind of sat down and brainstormed and thought, what are her natural talents and how can we use those to help the ducks? And so of course she loves art, so we brainstormed and thought of an art show.
How can people help the ducks?
By not throwing their garbage in the water and not littering and not cutting down forests and not ripping wetlands apart and not hurting the animals that lives in there.
With 90% of southern Ontario's wetlands eliminated, Olivia's event has gone a long way to keeping the remaining 10% intact. In St. Catharines, reporting for The Source, I'm Brendan Sylvia.